A lot of different things come to a head all at once. So if you don't want the end of this particular book spoiled for you, then please stop listening now. Otherwise, we have reached a moment where Lily has been shot twice. One bullet only grazed her head. The other one, though, she's dying. And in order to save her friend, I takes very, very direct action. The nurses and admin at the front desk of ER were shocked. The clean, composed young woman they'd been talking to on the monitor just a moment ago was now a disheveled mess. Her blouse was almost torn off, and she was covered in blood. "You will take me to Lily Barrett," I stated. "You would be Miss I," a perfunctory nod. "Miss Barrett is being prepped for surgery at this moment. You," the woman at the desk gestured, "are far too dirty to enter an OR. And even once you're cleaned up, we can't allow anyone but staff into—" "I am a trained nurse," I announced. "And doctor." She slightly tilted her head. "And surgeon. Please take me to OR prep that I may get cleaned off and get my garb on." The woman at the desk had plenty of both hysterical and hard cases before, and she knew how to deal with them. "Miss I understand the concern you have for your friend. However," every light and computer in ER receiving went out. Into the darkness, I said dispassionately, "What I did to this room, I can do to your entire facility, this city, and your country." The lights came back on, the computers rebooting. The nursemaid looked at one of the admins. "And," I continued, "I can do worse things to your security staff. I have ascertained this hospital's floor plan, and I'm off to OR prep." She turned and walked out. What should we do, Miss Hines?" asked one of the lower clerks. "Hand me the phone. I better tell OR what's headed their way, and there's no way to stop her." In the full-length mirror of the prep room, even I was surprised at her condition. Essentially naked from the waist up, spatters of blood everywhere. Her knees were pocked with sand and gravel. No matter. She rinsed off as a tech handed her scrubs and covers. She knew full well the chatter on the phones. So long as they're not private phones, I can listen. Right, Father? In the hospital were all about her. As no one impeded her, she didn't care. She stepped into the OR theater. Only the surgeon glanced up. The nurses and anesthetologists were busy. "I'm Dr. Roberts, surgeon. Nurses Coulter and Varro shall assist me. Frank's here will be on anesthesia." Agnes Varro glanced up for a moment and smiled at I with her eyes, then returned to what she was doing. "Word is you're both a doctor and a surgeon?" "Yes." "How many surgeries have you performed?" "None." "Dr. I shall be present as an observer," continued for the record, not missing a beat. "We will welcome her insight in a timely and concise manner." He looked around, nods. "We begin." Varro handed him a scalpel. In that excerpt, I wanted to show, again, the loyalty, fanatic loyalty of friendship, and also demonstrate that this cute little android is just a tiny, tiny slice of what I is and what she and her family are capable of. If she had wanted to black out the Republic of Texas, she would have done it. All this, then, is a very short introduction to my first novel, The Fourth Law. It started in a place that I didn't know what was going on, and it ended in a place where I was very happy to see friends who love one another protecting one another. It easily segued into a sequel, Echoes of Family Lost, where I expand the love of friends to the love of families, which is something I hold even more dear than that of friends. When I first started typing the story, did I think that that was going to be one of the overriding themes for it? No, I had no idea. I had generally, even to this day, I still don't know where things are going. and it's simply a matter of me telling their stories. And sometimes later I'll start realizing, there is something of a theme there, and maybe bend the arc of the story of that particular novel toward that theme. But that's for them to say and not for me to say. As always, I appreciate everyone tuning into these podcasts, and I look forward to seeing y'all again next week. This is Clayton Barnett. Have a good day.